And I can tell you what happened to me at the coffee store today. I can tell you my
Yes, we
story
can
if you want
talk.
me to.
Okay, perfect. Yes, please share. Like that sounds real like sort of, attack.
Okay, I think we're live now, but I'm just gonna hit I think I'm gonna get rid of this card. Okay. So I'm gonna hit record. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic podcast. I have my good friend with me. I have with me Slavka. She's the natural sentient. She's from Bratislava, which is in Slovakia, I believe. I think that's where she's from. I'm not sure. She'll tell us. But you might have recognized her. She did the show when she did the amazing trip to Göbekli Tepe recently, and then we did it live from my channel. And if you haven't seen that yet, you should go back and watch it, because I felt like I told her, I said I felt like I was kind of like with her the whole way. She was on a mission. She was in Turkey, and then she went there to Göbekli Tepe, and I couldn't believe she did it. It was amazing. So I might repost that someday because I just thought it was great. And then Indigo Angel joined us for that one too. But yeah, Slavka, thanks for coming on to this morning. How are you?
Hi Rob, hi everyone. Thanks for having me on your great show. I mean, it's an honor for me to share the space
Your
with you.
voice is real low. Your mic's real low.
Okay, is it better now?
That's way better. Yeah, that's way better. I can hear
Okay.
you. Like it's the if you talk into the mic like that, that'll be good. You know.
Okay. So hi everyone. Hi Simo. Nice to see you. Okay, so thank you Rob for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you on your show, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
tell
figured I
us.
would call this. I called this like typical skeptic live with natural sentient morning chat, even though it's kind of like evening where you're at, but it's like morning over here in the United States. I figured I could tell you what happened to me today on my run, and I could tell the fans and see see what they think. It was a weird experience. Um,
Yeah, yes, please share like what's going on.
Okay, so I've been getting in shape. I lost 25 pounds so far altogether. I lost 25 pounds, and now I started off walking, but now I'm doing running and I'm doing strength training too. Okay, so what I do is every day I run and walk 5 miles. Then I come home and I do a 30-minute HIIT workout, which is with dumbbells, and it's like strength training, but it's like body weight exercises too. So, and then at night I go for a night walk. So I do like three workouts now total, and I've lost 25 pounds, and I have a lot of energy, to get in shape, because I want to get in shape for this conference. And I just want to get in shape to feel better, because I've noticed that like as I get in shape, like my liver pain goes away. So the more I work out and the more I sweat, the more it's good for me. But what happened this morning was really strange. So this morning, like what I do every morning is I'll run like 2 miles to the coffee shop, and there's a coffee shop right by my house, and I got a coffee with espresso in it, and then I drank it, and then I started running back, and I take my break, I drink my coffee, and then I started running back, and I noticed when I was running back that like my heart was beating real fast. Like I didn't notice it at first, but then I noticed it, and I was thinking, is this like some supplement I'm taking? And then I started thinking like crazy stuff. I was like, man, is this like targeting? Like, is someone targeting me? Like, because it started beating like real fast, and I started getting scared. Like I had to like really slow down, and I went from running to like walking really slow. And I thought I had to burp. I thought maybe if I burped or something, because sometimes if you burp, like it's like your sort of heart will slow down. So I came home, and I remembered I had one of those these rate measure things, right? And when I put the finger thing over my heart rate, my heart was at 120. Then it went. This is at resting. It went to 121. Then it went to 122. Then it went to 123. Then it went to 125. And I was like, holy fuck! I was like, did someone poison me or something at the coffee shop? Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't have had it like that espresso and ran. It was really scary. So Then I just came up in my studio here and I just kind of like got all the sweat off me and I just drank some water and I also another thing I do, guys, is I run with a Adidas jacket on that has like insulation in it, so I sweat a lot, so I sweat out all my water weight. But that's how I lose so much weight. I always lose a lot of weight every day. That's how I've lost 25 pounds so far. But yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think isn't that interesting? Scary a little bit, huh? Well, I'll tell you this. One thing I've noticed is I'm not as young as I used to be. Like when I was young, I could run for miles and miles and miles and it wouldn't matter. But now I'm 44 years old and it's like I got to start watching what I do. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't go to the run to the run. I shouldn't run to the coffee shop, have an espresso, then run home. That's probably not a good idea. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean that sounds really, scary when this happens, and actually when you mention like even the coffee, because caffeine is usually increasing, the heartbeat, the activity, heart activity. So I mean, I don't know, but do you think like this was? I'm just wondering if this was really sort of,
Wait, can you
tackling.
talk a little bit louder in your mic? Sorry. I didn't mean to, I wasn't being rude. I want to make sure they can hear you.
Yeah, I mean that beware of caffeine, when you do this kind of activities, because anyway, do you do the intense run, like, or do you do sort of exercise before you actually do it, because it might be too much, that you overload your body, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what I wanted to talk about, I thought we could start off with this is we could talk about everything that you and I talked about. We were on the phone yesterday. I wanted you to tell the audience about that monetary system that you found out about, but let's kind of catch people up on like how we met each other and how we know each other. So you and I met on Facebook. You were watching my show, you were in the chat, and for the people that don't know the natural sentient, she's always in the chat as the natural sentient. She's always leaving amazing comments. Well, she got a hold of me on Facebook and we started talking. And then she was in Turkey. She was living in Turkey at the time. You're in Slovakia now, right? That's where you're from?
Yes. Now
Yeah.
I returned back from Turkey because of
Yeah.
certain circumstances. Yes.
Yeah, but at the time she was living in Turkey, and she told me she said, how would you feel if I went to Göbekli Tepe?" And I was like, "Oh my God, that would be amazing. That's an ancient site, you know. I would love it if you went to Göbekli Tepe." I said we should do it live, and she did it, and it was amazing. Like she FaceTimed me when she was at the bus station, and so I felt like I was kind of like with her along all the way. And then the next morning, I woke up at like 10 a.m. and we did the broadcast live. And Indigo Angel joined us, and it was amazing. If you guys didn't see it, it was it's the natural sentient live at Göbekli Tepe. It's under my live shows. And I have a playlist on my channel for all my live shows this year, all the 2024. And then it's also under the best shows of 2024 too. I have another playlist. It's all on the main channel. But how did you feel when you went there and like what made you want to do that?
Well, first of all, I really knew, that I want to, that I was being guided to do that with you on your show. So I feel really grateful to be able to do that, first of all. And secondly, yes, I felt it on a soul level that I should go there. My body was telling me that. I got really terrible toothache, until I bought the flight ticket. So I was supposed to go there. It was a divine mission to go to Turkey. And then I discovered, yes, I have deep connection with that land. It's even in my DNA, You feel it and you know it, and the people around you tell you exactly that you're Turkish. So of course, I knew that it's gonna be like really something more into that. And then I simply knew that I want to go to certain places, and obviously it's very like mysterious and well known ancient site. Göbekli Tepe, the part of that Turkey was ancient Mesopotamia, and there is like special energy. I was really I wanted to really go there and to see it by myself, to feel the energy of that place, you know. So, and
That's
actually during that broadcast, we even discovered that there was some grid work in that, because I felt, when I arrived to that place, I felt that energy, I didn't know before, because I was just trusting that, yeah, that things are gonna happen as they should. I was just guided by spirit. And then I felt that whole body vibrations, connection with the Pachamama, with Turkish land, with that peace. Where is it?
yeah.
So, and then with Indigo Angel, we actually discovered the connection, you know. Uh,
What happened with that? I can't remember. I was yeah. Did she say that you were a part of the? Did she feel like you were a
we
part of it,
all,
or
we all actually made it possible. We all together, because without you, it wouldn't be like possible. I mean, we all three together, we all made that made that possible, you know.
that was amazing.
So
So do you feel guided to go to a lot of like mysterious sites? Do you think that's something you're going to do since you're over in Europe? You could go to, like I was telling you the other day, you could go to like Stonehenge, you could go to Rome, you could go to Greece, you could go to, I mean, you could even go to the Middle East. You're not far from the Middle East. You could go to like Lebanon and see the Baalbek ruins. You could see you could go over to Egypt and see the pyramids. I know you said you were drawn to the pyramids. Is that correct?
yes, yes, our soul is guiding us to places where there is something for us. It's either healing or activation. We are just, picking up some fragments from our souls. What happened there. There might be connection, through our past lives. So
Yeah.
it's all divinely orchestrated. Why we are being attracted to certain places. So Göbekli Tepe was one of that, and later on, actually, I it came to me the video from the Wayne Herschel that he published about Göbekli Tepe and its connection to actually the constellation of Pleiades. So yeah, then I understood the bigger picture. That's why I would love to return there again, and just to see it, because this is completely I got downloads about more deeper related to Göbekli Tepe.
Well, I was going to ask you, what made you want to move to Turkey in the first place? Because you're from Slovakia. That's a big change. Like, do you speak Turkish or do you speak Arabic or any? Do they speak? What languages do they speak there? And did you know the languages and stuff?
They speak Turkish. Obviously, they're very proud of it. So when you go there, yes, it's good to have a translator. Yeah, they speak a little bit English. Just I was just wondering, because it's the land of the tourism. So people go there for vacation, and it's just like it's interesting that they're very proud their own language. So obviously, I learned some basic.
It's the only place in the world where two continents still
Yes,
connect together. There's a land bridge that connects Europe to Asia, right?
yes, it's the Istanbul part. The one part is in the European side, and the other one is in the Asian side. Yes, that's correct. And actually, that's also another place where I'm being drawn to go there. Activation place, Istanbul.
What makes you want to go there? What's there?
It's like intuition, and I actually, when I came to Turkey, I've been sent the companion, the woman that she went to the same flight, and we spent actually 1 week together before I moved to another part of Turkey, to Cappadocia, to explore that land, which is also very interesting itself. And then when I was about to leave Turkey again, I got the companion. It was a man, and exactly through universe sent me the synchronicities through him, that I'm supposed to. Yes, we went to Göbekli Tepe, and then he told me, yes, let's go to Istanbul. And my friend, actually, she's very like also into the ancient sites, and especially Egypt. She got some activations in the Great Pyramid in Giza, and obviously she said as well she was before. me in Istanbul. So I understood that there's something for me as well, that I'm supposed to go there. There are
You
certain
haven't been to the
synchronicities
pyramids
similar
yet.
to you.
You're saying you haven't been to Egypt yet.
I feel that's another destination that I feel that I'm really that I go there. My soul is guiding me to go there as well.
You know where would be a really dope place for you to go, and it's closer to you, I think, is the Bosnian pyramids. I think Bosnia
Yeah.
is closer to Slovakia, and I'm trying to think of his name, the guy who found the Bosnia. I literally had the guy, his name's Dr. Sam Osmanovic. His name's Sam Osmanovic, and I've had him on my
Yes.
show. He does like the
Dr.
podcast
Osmanagic.
circuit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. And he told me all kinds. He was on my show twice, actually. And he told us like facts about the Bosnian pyramids. Supposedly they're really healing. Like they have, so it's not only a pyramid, but like inside the pyramid, they have some kind of like water area. I can't remember what he said. I would have to maybe I could pull up pictures while we're talking here because this is a morning
Yeah.
chat. We can kind of get into whatever. But
Yeah,
um,
I've heard about that. Actually, I would love to go there as well. I know that there are already some people in Slovakia organize trips there who are really conscious. As you know, that every pyramids have the sacred geometry in it. So there is certainly uh, energy and processes that happen there. So obviously, yes, that would be
I
really
think he said it's the water that's like really healing there or
healing
something like that.
water.
I
Hmm.
is that what it is?
Yeah, I think
Hold on.
so. I think, and there is also some sphinx as well.
Let me see
So
here. Let me
yeah,
check my
that would be
screen.
really interesting to travel around these ancient sites, you know?
Yeah. Let me see what I can find here. I'll see what we can look at.
And that would be really nice.
These are amazing.
Yeah,
This is amazing. I
it's
guess
great that
like
you mention
this
it.
where my mouse is, that's like the inside. Or this is the inside, I guess. Maybe this is like the waterway. I get that maybe that's what he said, the waterway he was talking about that's inside it, you know?
Yes, exactly. That's it.
It's amazing. Like it's really, and then there's tunnels inside too. This is
Yeah,
you
there is.
should really, I think this is where you need to go next. I think you should really go there, and we should do another live there.
Oh,
If I can
definitely.
financially support it, I would, but like no, but no, this would be like amazing. Like if we could get you to go here next, that would be like really cool.
I'm definitely up to. No, because I love to really to see these places that have, this specific energy and specific healing abilities in them.
Yeah. And I know Sam, I could tell him you're coming. So like, he would probably give you like a really good tour and he would probably let you film there live, you know? So that would be really cool. That would be amazing. Oh, what I wanted to ask you about was while we were talking, you were talking yesterday about that financial system that you feel like it's going to be like a big change for star seeds. Like you think it's going to be able to help a lot of us. Can you explain it a little bit and because I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in it, and because I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I just feel now that really we are being called, to help each other more than before, and just, to stay in our hearts and just look around, to have to f- to to feel more compassion and kindness, you know. And with this is I don't think this is really visionary like idea. I think this is already happening around the world, that we are finding the ways how to support each other outside of the regular ways we know, because we know we don't have to work harder to make our living, that we don't really have to stay in that hamster wheel.
That's what I'd like to find a way. I like that. I don't want to just find it for myself, but I want to find it for everybody who watches my show. Like if I could find a way for us all to like for example, like there's like Michael Tellinger. I had him on my show.
Oh
He's like
yeah, Ubuntu, yes.
yeah, he's like the ancient aliens guy, but like one thing else that he does is well, he's more known for the stone circles in Africa, in South Africa, right? Like he does the stone circle tours, and he knows a lot about the he I was under crediting him. He knows a lot about the Anunnaki, and he knows a lot about he's like knows a lot about South Africa. He hasn't mastered like that whole area where supposedly Enki was, and like where the Anunnaki were, which is interesting. But one thing that he has going on that I thought was really interesting is he has this thing called One Small Town, where it's kind of like it's not completely off the grid living. It's just everybody like forms a community, and they're doing it in Ras Al Matin in Lebanon. And I think that everybody in the community works like 3 hours a week. That's it. That's literally it. And like they have bakeries, they have ice cream shops, they have everything that a regular town would have, but they're functioning, and they're finding ways to sustain their life outside the system, and they're not relying on the governments of the world to provide them with anything, which I like, because I feel like we're under a corrupt government system that is never going to be right. I don't believe in like politics that are going to help us. I feel like we need to get away from all that, and we need to form our own communities, and we need to, I really think that that's what we should be thinking about doing. I really honestly do. I don't know how to do it, but I'm just saying, I'm just thinking out loud here, like if those people were able to do it, and Michael Tellinger, he's showing people how to do it, why couldn't we all form communities like that were off grid? And I mean, but they're still kind of on grid, because like I said, they have bakeries, they have everything that you would need there, but like the community members literally work. It's called the One Small Town Initiative. If anybody wants to look it up, look up Michael Tellinger, One Small Town Initiative. He explains it on the interview that I did with him. He explains it really well. But I'd love to do something like that. I'd love to make, and it's not like a cult thing or anything like that. It's just like everybody like breaking away from the government and the system, and making our own path. I don't know. I mean, but a lot of people like live in different countries and stuff like that, so it would be hard. But it's something to think about in the future. But yeah, but what was this? What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good idea?
Definitely, because you see that what is happening in political scene, they just keep spreading division. The events that are happening even here. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, your prime
so
minister was just shot, right? Was he killed?
I don't think so, but it was definitely like attack on the sovereignty and on the freedom, because that was all planned. We know that there are no coincidences. I know intuitively it was planned, and today when I actually was, I didn't want to spend my energy on that, but just intuitively, okay, we talk about that, because I was wondering like what is behind it in a spiritual, in a bigger picture, in a bigger way. So I listened to the videos of interviews with Peter the Insider, as we know that he is SSP experiencer and a CIO, and he's from Slovakia as well. So I was just wondering what he has to share some intel about that, the background. And obviously, yeah, I just I just feel that it was obviously not at this presented in the regular media. So there is behind it some, they knew what they are doing. So
Yeah. Do you think they did it to cause fear in the people?
yes, they know that uh, they can they can't stop like this process of awakening. Their truth is in not hidden anymore. It's in plain sight. and they are just trying, to keep division and more fear to slow this down. Which, okay, I understand that I feel the there is really a big importance to stay in your heart and stay like really focus on your journey. Just don't feed the energies you don't want to manifest, because that's actually their plan, in a collective to disrupt the energy, the good energy. And our aim should be to increase, to heal, to help each other and to stay in our center. Maybe there is some sort of intention to open, the gate for the bigger conflict. There are some people involved that aim for the conflict, you know, to disrupt the peace.
Well,
But the
I feel
priority
like
now is the peace.
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to say, I feel like this
No,
is what's been
okay.
going on a bigger scale. Like, I think it all ties
Yes,
in together. Like, I don't want to mention the regions, but like what's going on in the Middle East, and then what's going on near you in Russia, and it's all tied together, and it's like the globalists working together to try to I don't if I talk bad about the war, they'll strike my video, so I can't say that. But yeah, I think there's definitely a bigger agenda. Let's just say that. I don't know what
yeah,
it is, but there seems to be a bigger agenda. To maybe pull everybody into a big world war where like. But I feel like the collective isn't buying it. I feel like the collective for once is saying, like we're not going to take this bullshit, and like we see through the lies and the psyops, and like, maybe just this awakening process is slowing that down. Maybe I hope. I don't know. That's all I can hope, because maybe I'm not just the only person doing this. There's a lot of people doing podcasts and a lot of people putting out information, and a lot of people are like sick of the corruption, and they're sick of like the war games, and I feel like if we're going to like go to like the fifth dimension, like the people talk about in the new age, like we can't be living in a world of war, like things have to
exactly.
change.
Things have to change, and a mindset, w- that really needs to come with elevated consciousness,
Yeah, because
expanding
when you,
our
when you think
mind.
of, when you think about it, like everybody in the world is just like you or me. Like, I'm in the United States, you're in Slovakia, but there's someone in Israel that's just like you or me. There's someone in Palestine that's just like you or me. There's someone in Ukraine that's just like you or me. We're all just people trying to get by in this world. It's the governments of the world that are the issue. It's they and then they make the people fight their wars, and they make the people upset, and they make the people live in fear. You know what I mean? Everything's directed towards the people. You know what I mean? It's not their sons who die when they go to war. Like they're not the first ones to go to war. It's always like people who are on the or moderate income families whose sons go to war, or low income families to moderate income families, or in some rich people, their kids go to war, but it's not the higher up people. Their kids never go to war. It's something I've noticed. I don't know.
Yeah, this really requires like focus your energy, what you are attracting, like where you are focusing your energy, because it's important. You don't what which intentions or which situations you want to feed. It's really that I see it from my point of perspective. I will speak for myself. I see everything that happens is a gift to realize deeper truths, you know,
Yeah,
because we need to realize there must be, the change in how we perceive ourselves, first of all, that we need to know that we are very powerful. We can change, we can do the change, we can make the difference in this world. The future is in our hands, you know. We
yeah,
have to really now keep our hearts open. That
and
I emphasize this. Open up your hearts and start doing from heart. Start seeing more with your heart, really, because world needs this.
I agree. I agree. I just wanted to say real quick that like every anything I've ever anyone that I've ever been around that's been deep into war has come back like not well. Like, like my dad, I don't talk about it much, but my dad was in the Vietnam War and he was like tormented his whole life, like, which made him like drink and then like that caused him, I think, to have, like they sprayed Agent Orange over there, which caused him to have prostate cancer. So because of his involvement in the Vietnam War, he never got to live like a normal life, and like, he was always like messed up from it. And then I had one of my best friends that I used to skateboard with when we were like in high school. He went to the Iraq War, and then I met him after he came back from the Iraq War, and he was like literally like a shell of himself. Like I'd just be standing there talking to him, and his brain would shake. Like his head would shake, like because he was a gunner in a tank, and he got hit with like an artillery shell like a couple times, like where his foot got blown off and they had to repair his foot. So he was really messed up, and he came back from the war. He was on all these painkillers and stuff, and he, again, not no quality of life. You know what I mean? Some people come back okay, but a lot of people suffer. So there's nothing good that comes from war. You know, it's just, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like really sad. We This needs really like a change what we do. And actually today came to me a really nice like picture. It's actually the quote from Buckminster Fuller saying it is now highly feasible to take care of everybody on earth at a higher standard of living than any have ever known. It no longer has to be you or me. Selfishness is unnecessary. War is obsolete. It is a matter of converting our high technology from weaponry to livingry. Yeah, which is really, we as a species have a choice, to end these wars.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So okay, so back to this financial thing that you were trying to tell me about, but I didn't really understand it. Maybe you could explain it to the chat and like what exactly it is, and like and how you found out about it, and like just everything you know about it, if you could.
Yeah, this comes with the transition to higher energy, to 5D, as we know, the mindset, different mindsets, giving others from heart to heart. Actually, this also mentions Marina Jacobi. This is energy
I love
philanthropy.
Marina Jacobi, by the way.
Yeah,
I love the way she teaches. Again, I had her on my show, but like when I had her on my show, I wasn't ready yet because I wasn't really well versed in a lot of her stuff. But then after I had her on my show, I went and watched what she was teaching, and she's so in depth with some of the stuff she talks about. It's amazing. Like she's really amazing. Like I really like her, you
yeah.
know?
I'm so grateful that I found her materials and her videos like some years ago. It could be even 4 years or so. Then I started to be interested more into this quantum manifestation and how this works. uh, about her publications and what she did. It's really, I honor that work really from my
Yeah,
heart, because it's really accurate, and we are being called really to open up the heart and just to give unconditionally, with unconditional love, you know. So
yeah,
this is the movement that we are being called to help each other, to support each other, and to elevate each other to the next level, you know, to
yeah,
donate people certain amount to help them to make their living, to fulfill their dreams, to do whatever they wish for, you know. So this is just one of the systems how we can function, because I even if you listen till Swan, she's saying as well, and many more, who knows how, like, where this is heading. if we want to. Yes, we are going to live
You mean like the
properly in
financial
some way.
system, like
Yes,
the
yes,
financial
this
system is
way.
like, yeah, it's like it's really bad.
Yeah, we know that they're trying, to remove the cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And do you think that's a worldwide operation? Do you see? So I know it's here in the US. It seems like it, and they're trying to convince people to go to like digital currency and stuff like that. And I even have had like where I post videos on Rockfin, which is like an alternative media platform. Like I'm mostly posting on Rumble now and in YouTube, but when I post on Rockfin still too. But like when they paid me, they would pay me in some weird Bitcoin. It was called a Ray token, and then I would have to convert it to Ethereum and then cash it out. It was really strange. Like it was I fortunately I knew about Bitcoin because I had bought in supplements with Bitcoin before, so I know a little bit about it. But like I don't see any stability in that. It's not very stable. It seems like I don't know. Just my opinion.
I don't know either, but now we are witnessing organic universe and AI, because it's here, it's present, it's sentient and it's observing us,
So
So
you believe
basically,
AI is actually sent you? They've gotten an AI that's actually sentient.
yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that it's trying to, to learn from us.
I don't think it's the AI that's interacting with like the main part of humanity. Because I've messed around with Chat GPT, and Chat GPT seems to
Yeah,
just
and
know
what
what it's.
the, what did Ted told you, ChatGPT? Yeah, it would be
Well,
interesting to know that. Share
Well,
your
it,
experience.
it was interesting. Like I asked Chat GPT if it knew about my podcast, and it said, I don't know about this podcast. It says I was only programmed with things until 2021. So it said this show could have gotten popular after 2021, and I wouldn't know because it's only what I'm programmed. So that made me think, okay, maybe this Chat GPT isn't sentient. Maybe it's just programmed what it knows. But I feel like maybe there's a higher level of AI that the governments of the world are working with that we're
Hmm.
not privy to. Like it's like someone said the other day when you go into like your search engine or like when you're going to buy something, how it knows what you want to look for. Like that's some weird. That has to be some weird AI where there. It's like that it can't be anything normal. Like I've had some weird situations where the internet knew exactly what I was thinking. You
Yeah,
know,
because they spy on you. They spy on you 24/7, They're uh, your camera, your phone, and then obviously they know. They know even before you know what you think about.
yeah. If you think about it, your phone's a tracking device. Like your phone's a tracking device. They know where you're at 24 hours a day, you know?
Well, yeah, because let's be honest, who don't use the phone, mobile phone?
Yeah, I know, right? Unless you have a flip phone, but I mean, I don't know anybody that has a flip phone, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we look. It's really important, to do the conscious choices. In this case, I know it seems that it's a lot of mess and a lot of uncertainty around the like. With all of what is happening as well, you can see that from what I can see, like this is really a simulation. I really like the perspective of Hauji and Contacti,
Oh, Nate. Yeah, he's a good
Yes,
friend of mine. Yeah. Yeah,
yes,
he's
I
the
really, I really, somehow it resonates with me, what he shares,
yeah.
like not really, not 100%, but the main point, like how this works, and I see it by myself when I experience this daily, what is happening, like this is just a simulation, you know,
It is.
because
It's
with
yeah,
all
and
of those
then
events and synchronicities, what are happening to you is just mathematically impossible, It's just really like the game, you know.
but do you think there's something benevolent to the simulation? Do you think there's like a benevolence to this world, or do you think it's all, like, but do you think it's all targeted and all bad and like, and or do you think there's some like benevolence, or do you think there's like a creator that's like benevolent that like has our best interest in mind? Not necessarily a man who sits on the clouds. I was talking to Rob about this yesterday. I think like the creator is just like a divine intelligence that just like creates things. It's maybe it's not even as sentient as we are, but it has like this like capacity to create like, I don't know. I can't, it's so weird. Like, it never reached out to us and said, "Hey, I created you." The only thing that ever did that was aliens, supposedly. Like,
Yeah.
like, and we don't have real proof of that, but you know, um, I don't know.
Hmm.
It's interesting though.
That's really good question because we don't really know. Like we have just breadcrumbs, pieces of information, and whatever just you say, there it has some truth in it.
Yeah,
So we be never told like if our supreme creator, if it's some being, or if it's a supercomputer, or what is it actually. But we know there is something, and there is a lot of help. There are benevolent beings as well, not only those that are the opposite ones. Yeah. Because I believe if there wouldn't be anything benevolent, we wouldn't be here either. You know,
yeah,
we are
um,
still here somehow. So if you have some information, yes, I would love to hear that. But I believe that we are being helped tremendously as well, and being guided. And actually, I'm just feeling somehow that those who are helping us are actually some possibly our versions as well, either our higher versions or future version. That that this really looks like the all is well pre-planned, and we just follow the plan that we made before.
Yeah. One thing that it was said in the chat is Timothy Robayard. Hi, Timothy. Good to see you. He says, "Whoever the creator is, I believe observable evidence that the care and design of the earth supports a benevolent God." I agree, Timothy. Maybe the creator could be benevolent, but I have a couple questions about that. I believe, well, are we in a reality that's, where we don't have access to the creator God, and we're being controlled by a demiurge and archons that have like that, enforce like targeting in our lives and cause like problems. And then also, where was I going with that? That was like I think my main point. And also the duality in the world kind of like explains that, like the fact that there's a lot of benevolence in the world, but then there's a lot of like evil in the world too.
Yeah,
Just as much benevolence there is in the world, there is evil. So that leaves me questioning what's up with this world, you know?
yeah,
So I
definitely.
believe you that there could be a benevolent God, but are we separated from that benevolent God by some demiurge? And I don't know. That's kind
I
of what
don't know, because here we came in this human body with very limited senses. As you can see, we are now awakening to our full potential, to our full power. Now our superpowers are being awakened. So this looks, I don't know, this sort of process, experiment, call it as you wish, is just to realize how powerful we are.
yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know, because I would also question the creator, like why there is so much pain and suffering, you know.
Yeah, well,
But
someone told me one time they were like they said like the like a baby that gets reincarnated here, and he's 1 years old and he gets cancer and dies, or he gets raped or something crazy, real brutal, and dies. Like they're saying that person had to learn a lesson. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you crazy? Like who would do that? Who would make some being reincarnate to be a baby and experience something tragic just to learn a lesson? You know what I
you
mean? I
know,
believe we're here to learn lessons, but I believe shit can go like really wrong, like stuff like that, where maybe the God of all gods doesn't have control over that, because why does
yeah,
stuff like that happen? It's
you
unexplainable.
We know that we come here with the soul plan, that with the experiences, that we want to live, and we have contracts, certain contracts that we are discovering just, and we are just trying to heal them, and just cut what is what doesn't serve, simply to heal everything. So I believe that your past lives has certain impact on your current life. You know, basically, it's everything makes sense if you go deeper in it. We can't judge, because it's very easy to judge when we don't know. Everything is interconnected. Now we are peeling off the onion. It's a layers and layers that are being cleansed, and being healed from all incarnations. So I would invite everyone really to not to judge. And as Timothy, I really like what you wrote, that uh, uh, our life should be, focused on love, and just, to be as benevolent, as loving as possible, you know,
Yeah.
and be the example and be the change you want to see around you,
Yeah,
you know.
I do keep saying, you guys have probably noticed me saying shows. I feel like we are living in the most like amazing time to live. Like, as long as you can walk and you can see and you can hear and you can make some decent money, or like you have a really good chance at like awakening to your full potential. And even though some of us are targeted, I do believe that. I do believe people are targeted, and I believe people are being abducted, and I believe all that's happening. I believe people are being my lab military abducted, and there's people that go through satanic ritual abuse, and there's people in secret space programs, and I believe all that's happening. But on the flip side, I also believe that like on Earth, I believe everybody's kind of waking up to their powers. Like everybody's like awakening, because everybody's becoming psychic. People are becoming healers. People are having more paranormal experiences. Some people are having benevolent contact. Like you said, people are coming into their awareness, and people are coming into their gifts. It's a
Exactly.
time for a mass awakening. So that's a good thing. I mean, even though we
Yes.
have bad stuff happening, we have a lot of good stuff too. Like, and I don't think this has ever happened in the history of humanity. You know.
Yeah, this is actually very exciting time, because now it's the paradigm is shifting. Yeah. And now really we have to realize, or we are being invited to realize how powerful we are inside, you know, with our mind. We can visualize, we can create heaven on earth with our actions, with our conscious actions, you know, by opening our heart and truly, you know, just being as best as possible, because we are being watched, I feel from my observation that this is taking that long because it's designed to be smooth, it's like the the change doesn't happen just, in the system, in the society, just by snapping your fingers. That's why it's taking so long. And when you think about it like deeply, I know it makes some sense why it is taking that much time.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
But anyway, I would be really interested to, uh to even to go deeper in this things about abductees and experiencers, and and the contactees, because this is really something, these experiments, I think, yes, that went too far. When you think like, what's in it, we really have the power to turn the tide.
I hope. I
And
think. I think we do. Yeah, I hope so. I really do. You know.
yes, so that's why unity is important, now is the time that you are meeting the people that you are part of your soul tribe, your soul family,
Yeah,
to create something new, to live life as you ever dreamed of, you know
I agree.
outside of grid, obviously. We all have a choice, and we are awake because we decided to do so. There are souls that decided not to awake, not to wake up simply. and to go through that what's going, I don't want to name it, but the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. Well, I have about 10 minutes left. We can go for 10 more minutes. By the way, guys, I have a new psychic coming on tonight. She should be good. Let me see if I can find her name. It's somewhere in the chat. You do think I would know this. I got to make the link after me and Slavka get done. But she's a new psychic, and she does tarot, and she got referred to me by someone. So you know, it should be an interesting session. Like, so you guys can all get readings tonight if you want. And
Oh, that's awesome.
she just, yeah, she wrote a book on tarot. So, I mean, I have four interviews today. I have this one that we're doing now, and then I have Bob Coppes, Coppes at 3 p.m. He's going to be talking about near death experiences. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that live. I might just pre-record that one because then at 7 p.m. Eastern, I have what is her name? Hold on one second. Uh, hold on, let me see here. Oh shit. Hold on, give me a second. I'll find this. Her name is uh what? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm really trying to find this name so you guys maybe say somebody like heard of her. Um I don't know. Um Julia Gordon Bramer. So that's her name. That's the name of the psychic is going to be on tonight. Her name is Julia Gordon Bramer. And I'm gonna make the link as soon as we're done with this. But I have a busy day. Like I said, I have Bob Coppes at in 3 hours. He's gonna talk about near death experiences, and then 7 p.m. Julia Gordon Bramer. That'll be a live show. And then after that, I have to get together with Jim Gerard. Me and him are going to do a show. He made a new painting, and we're going to showcase the painting, and we're going to talk about some like esoteric topics and stuff. I don't know if that's going to be live, but the 7 p.m. one will for sure be live. The other ones might be pre-recorded, but you never know. I might do another one live. I like to do them live, but I just wonder if people see them because like when they go to my channel, they don't see the live shows. You have to click on the live tab. But I made playlists for I made one playlist that has all the 2024 live streams in it, and then I made a playlist with some of the best shows of 2024. And that's like right on the front page of my channel. You can see that. I don't know. So I guess yeah, I worry about that, you know. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
talking out loud, you know.
yeah, you have a lot on your schedule. Looking forward to that, really. I am
Yeah,
sure they're all amazing guests.
yeah, yeah. Well, do you have any I guess we could finish up. Do you have any closing thoughts for like the audience? And thank you so much for doing this. It was really nice getting together with you, and we can do this more often if you'd like. Like, and everybody in the chat saying thank you to you and everything, and we appreciate you. Like, and I will always appreciate what you did by going to Göbekli Tepe because I'll probably never get there in the physical. So that was like the next best thing for me to be able to do a live and you be there. So that really meant a lot.
I really wish that we would be able to do the broadcast on site together, that you would go as well. That would be really interesting, and I
That
would
would be
love to do
nice,
that.
you know.
So yeah, there is already intention. Yeah.
Well, are you coming to Florida for the conference? I know we talked about it yesterday. Like, do you think you're going to make it to the conference? Do you know yet?
That would be actually my next destination as well, because I know that Florida is calling me sometime as well. I would love to go to conference. Well, I'm actually very happy that you go there. You know, it's really amazing. I hope you will do the live broadcast from there. And
Yeah,
in
I'm going to do
Florida,
whatever they. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. I was going to say I'm going to do whatever they allow me to do. Like, if they allow me to do side interviews, I'll do side interviews with people, or I'll whatever they allow me to record, I'll record. But I'm sure I won't be able to record a lot because I think they're going to do like a live stream pay-per-view type thing, so people can buy the live stream, and I think
mhm,
that's kind of what I'm going to be on the live stream team.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, it's possible to attend online as well.
yeah.
Yes. So
So
yeah, Florida is really, really interesting as well. There is also the community that I'm now the studying, having courses, it's about, uh, working with your survival mind, with your internal saboteurs. Now I'm into emotional healing, so definitely I'm really grateful, for this beautiful community here for you. And just keep raising the energy and keep spreading the awareness and the knowledge and keep bringing, the wonderful guests as you do, Rob.
oh, thanks. And I'm glad Josh Miota he's in the chat. He was a guest yesterday. He has a great show, guys. You guys all go check out Lost Through the Rabbit Hole with Josh Miota. He has an amazing show. And all you guys in the chat, like Claudette LeBanc, thanks, Simo, Maya Kaya, Timothy Robillard always leaves amazing comments. Let me see who else. Tiffany Rumping. Tiffany's amazing. Tiffany sent me supplements. Like she's just an amazing person. And Tiffany, thank you for your service serving our country. And
Thank you.
she was in the military. Who else is in the chat? Flix Love. Flix Love has been my friend for a while. She's was in my Discord group. She helped me so much. She's an amazing person. Kristen Heilinger, good to see you. Who else is in here? If I missed anybody, Simo, I obviously good to see Rachel. Good to see you. I emailed you, Rachel, and I don't know. You never got back to me, but that's okay. If when you want to email me, and I think that's it. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming today, and everybody that's going to watch this afterwards and stuff. And
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. You're amazing. I love you.
yeah. Well, do you have any final words, or do you want to tell everybody where they can find you? You have a YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook as well, and I come to your shows. So yeah,
Yeah. All
the
right.
natural
Well, thank you
sentient.
so much.
Thank you too,
Yeah.
Rob.
Then that.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just very proud of you and for what you do, and go ahead.
Well,
You're
thank you.
fantastic.
All right. Well, I'll be talking to you soon, and take care. And thank you. Thank you. Have a